Hi, and welcome to Power News, ESI Africa. Today I'm joined with Amit Gupta of Secure Meters. Hi Amit, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How about you?
I'm great, thank you so much for asking. The first question I'd like to ask you is, what is the current state of smart meter rollout in India?
That's an interesting question. The Indian government has a massive plan to do 250 million smart prepaid meters over the next few years, because one of the biggest challenges which most of the Indian utilities have been facing is the huge aggregate technical and commercial losses. So that's where the government believes that introducing a technology like smart prepaid metering could help them address this challenge in a more economical and an effective way. And this is where they can just empower not only the consumers but also make the utilities resilient. So this is a major program, and there's a lot of focus from different stakeholders to make this system a big success, not only for their own industry but for the nation as a whole.
Yeah, and you mentioned these challenges, and I'm assuming there must be a lot more. What do you think is the biggest one that's hindering the movement?
Because this is a major program and it requires a huge amount of investment. So one is having the right kind of business models where the operators can be paid adequately, have payment security, and also make the overall operations effective and viable for the utilities. The second is the implementation model, because when you do a massive project like this, wherein you have to replace 250 million smart meters across the length and the breadth of the country, which is running across 2,000, 3,000 kilometers east to west and north to south, this is going to be a major challenge, and you require so many different components, players, suppliers, vendors to come and work together. So, most of the cases you have different meter manufacturers or just individual suppliers of a product or a technology. But here, when we're talking about smart metering system, it's actually a system. So there needs to be a huge mindset change in terms of the technology. It's not just a product, but it's a system. So when you talk about a system, there are so many components which have to talk to each other and make the system work. Also, on top of everything, the biggest challenge with the government and the industry has to address is the customer empowerment and their engagement, right? Because the customer, like, you give them the best of the technologies, but if it doesn't really get the social acceptance, it doesn't work. And that's where a very well crafted customer engagement plan has to be chalked out to make the system effective, because based on our prior experiences of running smart metering across Europe, Middle East, Asia, Africa and Australia, we have seen this is a massive program, and it requires a massive amount of social engagement with all the consumers as well as the stakeholders. So I believe the right business model, the right implementation model, and the right customer engagement strategy is key to making this kind of projects a big success.
And with that in mind, 250 million, that is a very big project. How is Secure Meter contributing towards getting the movement rolling and
Yeah, that's interesting, because Secure Meter is one of the largest smart meter manufacturers in India, in the Asia region, and it's the largest exporter of smart meters to the world. So as a company, we have done close to 7 million smart meters in the UK. We have done 750,000 prepaid electricity meters for the Northern Ireland electricity. We have been doing 1.5 million smart meters for Australia. We have done another 500,000 for the customers like Singapore and Malaysia. So with this massive experience across this geography, spread across from Europe to Australia, this is a lot of know-how which the company has created in terms of the project management, in terms of the implementation models. So there's a very interesting model which we presented to the government. We have been talking about this model called AMISP, which is the Advanced Metering Infrastructure Service Provider. So one single contractor brings in the entire gamut of services, the host of services which needs to be supplied to all the utility and also the customers. So you just become one single point accountability and responsibility for you as a contractor to deliver not only the meter hardware, supply them, install them, operate them, maintain them, and then hand it over to them. So you provide to them data as a service. So they are just getting the complete solution as a package and ensuring a complete peace of mind. It not only serves the problem of making this overall technology run effectively, but it also ensures a good product life warranty in terms of the entire responsibility you take, you run and operate, and then hand over to the system after a period of, say, tentatively 10 years. So this makes this model of MISP a very big success. And recently there have been contracts and tenders in India which have been running on this new models, and we are glad that people have found acceptance in terms of the thought that we had put behind this kind of conceptual model to make it successful in the Indian context. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
And to you, the viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure to like, subscribe for more ESI Content Africa.